Hello there. I am at the Meru University of Science and Technology, a world-class university in Meru County. Today we have a special interview. We want to know more about artificial intelligence, and today we are having one of our own, Paul Wababu. He is a fourth-year computer science student at Meru University of Science and Technology, who is an executive full-stack developer, machine learning engineer, cloud engineer, and cybersecurity enthusiast. With over 2 years of industry experience, his online portfolio on LinkedIn is evident of his smart work, where we can view his latest projects and case studies. He has extensive experience in developing software applications with a particular focus on AI and machine learning. Moreover, being highly skilled in problem solving and a keen eye for detail, he is able to build a proven track record in the development of software applications. A week ago, Paul just finished creating Sheria Mkononi, Kenya's first AI lawyer, designed to provide advanced legal services to clients in Kenya and beyond, especially to the ones who cannot afford legal services and do not understand English. The system is equipped with advanced technology capable of processing vast amounts of legal data in real time, providing accurate legal advice within seconds, as well as handling complex legal cases with ease. It is designed to understand multiple languages, including Swahili, one of our own and most common, making it accessible to clients from different regions of Kenya and beyond. Additionally, its advanced technology enables it to provide a solid defense for even the most complex legal cases. This is an ideal choice for clients seeking reliable and efficient legal services. Furthermore, the system may also be used by prosecutors when they want to form a case against someone. We will get to see the interface of the live system to know how it all works out and how the AI model creates a defense against a case. Did you know that it comes with a mobile app? Oh my goodness! It communicates in Swahili in case a user prompts it to. The system is a fine-tune of new OpenAI model GPT Turbo Generative Pre-trained Transformer, which basically is ChatGPT's API. Join me for the full interview today, 23rd March 2023 at the Innovation Center in Meru University of Science and Technology from 2 p.m. My name is Maxwell Mudaki and this is Must Media Group. very good afternoon from wherever you're watching us from. My name is Maxwell Mudaki, and as we promised, today we'll bring you a guest at Must Media Group. He is one of the best innovators that has come out recently from the Meru University of Science and Technology. He will introduce himself more so that we all know about him. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
This is Must Media Group. So kindly tell us more about yourself.
My name is Paul Wababu.
Yes.
I'm a fourth year student doing computer science.
Yes.
So I am also a full stack engineer.
Yes.
I've been working in the industry for over 2 years.
Yes.
And at the moment, I'm specializing in artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And just its various applications in the industry and how we can apply it basically in our society.
Our daily life.
Yeah.
And what inspired you to get into artificial intelligence and machine learning?
So I've always been intrigued by how machines act like human beings.
Yes.
So, and then now when I started studying computer science, that's when I realized I can actually do something important with it, something that can make an impact in society.
Right.
So that's why I basically was inspired to come up with this system.
All right.
Yes, yeah.
So, Paul, most people have been asking, or they've been having the ambition to know what is artificial intelligence. Would you please tell us the term in simple words so that they get to understand?
So artificial intelligence is the ability of machines
Yes.
to do things that normally require human intelligence,
Yes.
like reasoning, doing logical things.
Yes.
So that's basically what artificial intelligence is.
All right.
Yes.
And there is this other term, machine learning. Is it a term that somebody else can understand it easily?
So machine learning is a subset of AI.
Yes.
It's almost the same, but now in machine learning, we are now teaching the machines
Yes.
how to do the actual task.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are several programming languages that are used in AI. Which are some of these common ones that are used even here?
So the most common one, it's Python.
Yes.
And R.
Yes.
So like in our case now for Sheria Mkononi,
Yes.
the backend is built on Django.
Yeah.
Which is a Python, which is basically just a framework for Python.
Yes.
And then now the front end is built on just normal HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, which is now what's making it be responsive and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's also a mobile app,
Yes.
which can also be downloaded in the site.
As you just mentioned about the mobile applications, you've explained to us the computer system. Now, what composes of this mobile application that is done on AI?
So the mobile application is built on using a software called Go Native,
Yes.
where it transforms because you see, I built this system in such a short time.
Yes.
So I didn't have time to build the mobile application.
All right.
So I used a simple software called Go Native that converts a website to a mobile application.
Okay.
And does the same to an iOS app.
Yes.
So yeah, it's at least it has everything, though it's not really coded from scratch, but
right.
minified using Go Native.
Okay.
Yes.
Recently, a week ago, on your LinkedIn page, you posted something that blew the mind of those who were following you and also blew the mind of the people in the world, creating the first AI, that is the first lawyer site that is helped with AI. Would you mind telling us what is Sheria Mkononi, what does it compose, and how is it going to help us?
So Sheria Mkononi is an AI lawyer.
Yes.
That is designed to give legal advice to anyone who may wish to get legal advice instantly And also to anyone who may not understand English, they may still use Sheria Mkononi to get legal advice.
So which are some of these languages that are capable to be handled by Sheria Kononi?
So it can speak English, fluent English, Swahili, and also Sheng.
Oh, Sheng.
Yes, so for Sheng, it just mixes basically English and Kiswahili, not the Sheng ya mtaani, the one for
Yeah, because Sheng is revolutionizing every day. Every day we find
Yes,
new
it's
words.
changing every day. Yes.
So it's effective in the three.
Yes, the three.
All right.
Yes.
And what is so special about Sheria Mkononi? Because I have not heard of any artificial intelligence lawyer around. Probably it's the first in Kenya, and is it worldwide?
It's not the first one in the world.
Yes.
There's another one called Do Not Pay,
Yeah.
which is in US,
Yes.
which is basically an artificial intelligence lawyer too.
Yes.
Sheria Mkononi is specifically tailored for Kenyans and the Kenyan constitution. So, and that's why it can also speak in the Kenyan tone, as you've seen in the demonstration on LinkedIn. So that's what really makes a difference between it and other AI lawyers. It's that Sheria Mkononi is specifically made for Kenyans.
Yes.
Yes.
And as we know, a lawyer is someone who has the capability to actually interpret the Constitution of Kenya fully,
Yes.
inside out.
Yes.
So how did it come to Sheria Mkononi that it understands the law of Kenya fully? How did you integrate the Constitution with Sheria Mkononi?
So as you know, as I explained earlier, Sheria Mkononi is built on OpenAI model. So the OpenAI model, the GPT-3, it's built on it has so much data that also it includes the Constitution of Kenya as part of it. So what we needed to do to make it sort of special was to fine-tune it and get a model now that is specifically tailored for us. So that's why it can successfully interpret the law and do all that. Yeah, but basically Sheria Mkononi is built on OpenAI, which is a very vast model which has the knowledge of the Kenyan constitution now. Yes.
So in simple words, you talk about OpenAI.
Yes.
What is it in just very simple language so that everybody else can understand this?
So OpenAI is a company that created ChatGPT. Yeah, if you've heard of it. So they recently released an API called GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is now it's their second best model, which has vast amount of data and allows developer to play around with the system and create their own. So you can create an AI lawyer, you can create an AI doctor. Yeah, it's just a matter of learning how to prompt the system.
All right.
Yes.
That's great. It's a great ambition. It's a great idea that came to be.
Thanks so much.
So how is this AI, your Sheria Mkononi, how is it manipulated? Because I've heard you saying that it is in form of a website and in form of a mobile application. Because in the current world, mobile phones are taking over. So how is it manipulated? Does someone need to log in or create accounts or sort of things?
No. You just need to head over to the website, which is lawyer.wababu.me.ke. And then from there, you just simply ask the question. There is no registration, no anything. And we also don't store any data. So it's like talking to an actual lawyer. Yeah.
It's like doing it one-on-one.
Yes.
Sheria Mkononi, can it be applicable or used in the Kenyan courts as we are speaking right now? What are its capabilities?
Sheria Mkononi can do everything that your normal lawyer can do. The only reason that it can't go to court is because you're not allowed to practice law if you are not a law practitioner. So, but it can actually, if a lawyer can learn how to use this system, they can really be ahead of the other lawyers and all that, because its data is enormous and it's so large that I don't think any lawyer can compete with an AI. Like you see, it knows the whole constitution, like the tip of its fingers, and it's been trained on thousands and thousands of cases, so it has a lot of experience, so to say, than even a normal lawyer will have. So if a lawyer will use such a system, they can really benefit from it.
Sheria Mkononi. I want this to be clarified to the audience because most of them were asking about this. Is this artificial tool created specifically for me as the citizen who has been arraigned in court, or it is a tool that has been created to help the lawyers in their work?
So it's a tool for multiple people. For the normal Kenyan who can't afford legal services, even the ones who can, because you find like sometimes you might feel even more comfortable to speak to an AI about your issue than go to an actual lawyer. And also it was created for the prosecutors. Let's say police have arrested you and they want to incriminate you, and they like, it's hard getting evidence. Like they can just describe your case to the system and it will come up with the prosecution with a case against someone. It can also be used by a lawyer who wants to, maybe strengthen their defense or just have some legal issues clarified without having to go to the internet and do some research which can just be done by the AI. So it all depends with how you need the legal services. Yeah.
And what really inspired you to make this model? Was it out of a project, or it was out of your mind that you wanted to create something unique for our country, Kenya?
So I've always been motivated to create things that are of use. First of all, because it's the right thing to do, especially now that, with great knowledge comes a lot of responsibility. So, and also because I just found I've really been working on open AI systems. So it's one of the applications that I applied now open AI to. So, and also just to, develop my CV and yes.
So as we were just speaking about the creating of this artificial intelligence model, do you have a team that you worked closely, or there was somebody who really motivated you and was walking you throughout this whole process till where you've reached?
So the main person that I worked with was my big sister, who is a lawyer. So she helped me just fine-tune the model's responses, so that we have what the AI like we know exactly the type of advice the AI is going to give you. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
That's great. So, like, if somebody wants to download that application on mobile phone, what are the procedures, the simplest procedures that can lead that person to get that app?
So we are currently in the process of creating a mobile application that will launch on Play Store and the iOS for the iOS guys. But currently you can download the mobile app on our website, which is available on, it's just a Google Drive link where you'll download the APK and install.
So that
and you can, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably those who are watching should have to do this so that they see how effective Sheria Kononi is going to take effect.
Yeah.
Are there any limitations of this application you created?
So currently some of the limitations is in terms of the output and the input. Like you find like there's some cases that will need a lot of input text, and also will need to some cases will require a lot of output. So we are mostly limited by the output and the input. But at the moment, as soon as GPT-4 is released to the public, it's going to be easier, since they have a maximum word length of 25,000 words per prompt. So that is going to solve everything and even make it much better. meaning that the AI can handle even like a very complex case that has thousands and thousands of texts.
Which version did you use to create Sheria Mkononi?
So we used GPT 3.5 Turbo, which is the latest API that has been released to the public. But we are hoping to upgrade it to GPT-4, and as soon as they release it. But so far, it's performing really well.
Are there any other advancements that you, as a programmer or the source creator of these things, if we advance this by maybe adding something, or rather some few additional things, it will really make this system efficient? Are there any? And please state them out to us.
So currently, the only issue that we have with it, as I explained, is the input and output. Other than that, I'm always working on different models to see how it works and how it performs, whether it outperforms the Sheria Mkononi. But so far, Sheria Mkononi is the best model that I've been able to fine-tune, and I'm comfortable with its responses.
So where do you manage your server from?
Yes, so it currently runs on the cloud. The backend is running as an API on Google Cloud, and the front end is basically running as a serverless architecture on Vercel, just to help with the traffic, since we actually have like 3,000 visitors in only 3 days. So I'm anticipating a lot of traffic in the coming weeks. So I've made sure that I'm using a serverless architecture just to ensure that we can handle all that traffic. Yes.
As you try to talk about cloud, you see other people are looking outside and asking, we're talking of cloud, is it this a physical thing you see out there in the skies, or really, what is it in simple terms?
So the cloud it's just like your computer, your normal machine, but now instead of it being physically here, it's somewhere in the North Pole or something. So it's just that it's in a different location, so you're able to access it virtually on your phone. So that's basically what cloud is.
All right.
Yes.
So how would you describe Sheria Mkononi? Is it a weak AI or a strong AI?
OpenAI's GPT 3.5 is one of the most powerful AI models right now in the world. So it's a really strong artificial intelligence, and it can do even more tasks than just that our model specifically is a lawyer, but its applications are endless.
As you've been creating this Sheria Kononi, it's quite an advancement. How long did it take you, maybe? How long did it take you to get this idea and implement it?
So for the idea, it's something that I've always been thinking about. So I've always been thinking about creating artificial intelligent professions. So I have an AI doctor, I have an AI radiologist, and now this AI lawyer.
Your other professions effective like the Sheria Kononi?
Yes, they're all live, and I use them mostly. It's mostly they just sit on my portfolio. But I have various professions for Sheria Mkononi, and it took me, when I started implementing it, I actually did it in like 2 days. So I went live on the second day and posted it on LinkedIn. So it's actually doing quite well.
All right.
Yes.
But I guess you doing it after 2 days is a knowledge that you've been gathering for several years, because it's never easy coming up with codes and constructing them, making them run.
Yes. So partly due to that fact, and also due to the fact that nowadays I do most of my work using AI. So like when it comes to the small things, like now coding. It's not really like once I conceptualize how my data will be coming from point A to point B, from there it's not really hard. It's just implementing. And in case of any issues, I just get to ask ChatGPT about it, and it corrects the code for me. So yeah, it's really part of the reason why I can be able to do things in such a short period of time. Yes.
And there is one fascinating factor that a human being can be able to create a system that is reasoning more than the person who created it.
Yes.
How do you reason that?
I think where we are going, we're actually just at the tip.
Yes.
Like it will reach a time, AI will become so impressive that people will be saying it's witchcraft. So, like the other day I was using the new Bing, and then I asked it about myself, and it gave me some really interesting things, and yes, and it even described how my website looks like.
It did that
Yes,
accurately?
yes, it told me it has an elegant, simple look. Like I was even shocked, like I literally was shocked.
Yeah.
So I believe the future is as much as it's scary, it's also a really good place that I wish it can come even sooner. So that's why I really dedicate my time to do a lot of to progress basically artificial intelligence, so that we can get at least to see the fruits in our lifetime. Yeah.
That's very possible.
Yes.
And you just talking about the advantages of artificial intelligence. Where do you see the world using artificial intelligence in the next 5 years?
So in the next 5 years, things are going to be crazy. That's for sure. You can be sure some professions will be taken by AI.
Definitely.
Like especially even programming, it's not safe. Like there's nothing that's safe. Like it will start with us programmers. That will be the first thing to be automated.
Yes.
And we are the very people who are creating it. So, but you can never prevent what's to happen in the future. You are either at the front of the seat or at the back of it, but either way, you're inside the vehicle.
What's your advice to the current professions who are let me say, if this AI is coming to do the same tasks that different people or professions do, what is your advice to them? Should they now start saying, let's leave work, or what are they supposed to do so that they brace up and be part of AI?
I think the best thing that they can do right now, because it's not replacing them now, but the best thing they can do is just to make sure that they're actually using this AI. Because you see, like, I read a quote somewhere that said, AI will not replace you, but the person using AI will replace you, which is actually true, because in my profession, like, I've been able to accomplish so much using AI. And I believe even in other professions, they can do the same, because the moment, let's say, for example, now for Sheria Mkononi, the moment a lawyer will start using my system, he'll be way ahead of everyone else who is not using this AI, because they can't compete with him. You can't really compete with the machine.
If somebody wants to get some knowledge about artificial intelligence, is it a must for them to go to a certain institution so that they learn this, or where can they source very nice information that can help them feed themselves with artificial intelligence competent knowledge?
So there are a number of ways you can do this. You can either do it, you can look for a mentor, someone who's good at AI, and then use them to guide you into this. You can even use the AI itself as your mentor, and it can actually guide you through what you need to do to get to where you want to get. So you can also look for a boot camp or free online resources like Free Code Camp, just to, so basically you don't even have to pay for anything, like for a course or anything. You can just do everything online.
So at Meru University of Science and Technology, you were studying here, and this is where you got the basic knowledge from. Was there an impact by those lecturers who were taking you throughout this course, and what would be your remarks to them?
Okay, so yes, there was definitely. Our lecturers actually, nowadays we have hands-on teaching where we are taught actual programming. So it comes really in handy when you want to do such a thing, because you need a lot of guidance, and that's what we get here, because we have lecturers who are really good at AI. So they're the ones who are actually helping us and guiding us in these technologies.
Well, there are people who are holding you by the hand and they're supporting you throughout this, because when you have an idea, it is not about you, it is about those people who are around you so that they propel it and make it great. Who are these people you would like to acknowledge, and what's your message to them?
So I'd like to thank God, thank my parents, my family, my friends, and even the school for even giving me this opportunity and to learn, because I actually started programming when I was in second year. So it was through here that I learned my skill. So we are, all of us, we are where we are because of help from people, various people, and of course you wouldn't be where you are without them, and so same to me.
What do you think will be the impact of Sheria Mkononi, the AI tool system that you just created, in the judicial operations?
So you see, I think it will really have a positive impact, especially now how legal services are acquired. Like definitely it will have to, of course the cost of legal services will go down, because now if you can get top-notch, even probably better advice from an AI than you would a real lawyer. Why would you go to a real lawyer and incur? Yes, and you can get those. Yes, so basically it will really have a positive impact, and also it will have, of course, with every innovation that that seems to be replacing someone, they must come with, people will reject it at first. Actually, a certain lawyer friend of mine was telling me that I'm breaking the law, and he gave me the actual law that I'm breaking, where I can't remember the actual law, but basically it was about me creating a system that gives legal advice. Yes, I'm not a legal practitioner.
Yeah.
So, and it's actually something that comes with a very hefty fine and jail time. So, but we've countered this by creating a very conclusive terms and conditions, which can be found on our site. And also, actually, it's Sheria Mkononi which wrote its own terms and conditions, which I just copy pasted. Yes, created its own terms and conditions. You can actually even ask it to give it its terms and conditions of use.
That was very interesting.
Yes.
So, do you have any ambitions, or rather thoughts, of patenting your work, making it, creating copyright for your work, so that this idea sticks to Paul Wababu?
So yes, we're in the process of at least securing the system. We've begun the application. The major problem was this artificial intelligence, and you can't really patent an AI, because the law says that patenting should be between an inventor, and an inventor is a human being. So if the invention is like about an AI, it can be very hard to patent. But we've using now Sheria Mkononi with our AI lawyer, we found a way to work around it. Yes. So yes. So we're in the process. We've worked around this, and we're in the process of securing the system.
Sheria Mkononi has come out very clearly, and it's blowing everyone's mind out there. What is the impact of this Sheria Mkononi to the society, or rather the job market?
I think it will have a really positive impact, especially to the ones who initially couldn't afford legal services, and also to the one who would like to just have good legal services. Like you see, you're sure an AI will give you something credible, so its intentions are pure, so to say. Yeah, so I think overall it will have a really positive impact, and it will also keep lawyers in check.
Alright.
Yes, yes.
So using camera 2 as your main camera, I want you to give an advice to all those students that are taking either computer science or any other course that they want to create something out of their own and they are getting some limitations. Please give them a word of motivation so that they come up strongly and defend their ideas.
First of all, I'd like to tell you it's possible. You can also create such a system that addresses a social issue. And also, you just need to identify the issue that's there, and then work on creating a solution, a technological solution to address it.
Alright.
Yes.
That's a very great idea. So I think, ladies and gentlemen, today we're coming to the end of our interview. More is yet to come, and as more questions will be brought into a consideration of Mass Media Group to our social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Mass Media Group, we'll be able to channel the questions to Paul Wababu, who will be elaborating them in a vast way. My name is Maxwell Mudaki, and this has been a very great show. Thank you so much, Paul, for coming and showing up.
Thank you for having me.
We're going to have another interview as time proceeds so that you'll help us understand more. To all our viewers, thank you for watching and stay tuned at Mass Media Group.